Hey everybody, it's Tina Polish, your functional health coach. Let's talk mold. Would you love to have your mold illness made simple so that you can heal more quickly without adding to your overwhelm and fatigue? Whether you've just discovered the mold illness is the cause of your crazy symptoms, or you've known for some time but haven't had the energy or time to spend, these next steps will help you get on the path to healing. Before taking steps to heal, you may need to better understand how or why you could have mold illness while another family member does not, even though you've been living in the same place. All around the world, around 25% of the people have genes that make them sensitive to mold. But the rest of the population could be susceptible to mold illness if they are exposed to enough mold. I'm one of the 25%. Mold in the home can pose a big problem for anyone depending on the amount present. That's why it's important to keep molds down to a level that will not affect even the most sensitive person in the home. Moisture is your key contributor to mold problems in buildings and homes. In fact, it takes as little as 60% humidity to cause a mold growth problem. Ideally, humidity in your home should be kept around 40%. Also, each person exhales about a quart of water a day. Add this to the humidity from cooking, cleaning, and bathing, and each person puts off about a gallon of water water vapor per day. And it only takes a couple of days for high humidity for mold to grow. Once you finally pinpoint your strange symptoms and sickness to mold illness, you will have 4 key questions come up. Let these answers be a guide to help you make your next steps less daunting. Remember that brain fog, overwhelm, and other rampant emotions are common symptoms with mold illness. So let's talk about the next steps for mold illness made simple. If you have mold illness and visible mold growth in your home, you must repair the source of moisture. If you're not sure, you can take a dust sample by using a piece of tape and having it tested. If you don't see any visible mold, but you do smell musty odors, your moisture level is high enough that the mold could be actively growing somewhere that you can't see. This is a really good time to call a mold inspector. This type of inspector is trained to look for mold and mycotoxins, both visible and invisible, that impact the wellness of most sensitive individuals. This is not, I repeat, not a job for your regular home inspector or even a regular mold inspector. Another option, if you suspect that you have mold in your home, is to test it using an ERMI or a Hertz Me Too tests. I would go for the ERMI, and you can figure out your Hertz Me Too from there. I do have blogs on those. So if you find mold in your home after testing, you will have to choose to either remediate or move. This is the hardest part for many people with mold illness to accept, but studies have shown that most individuals must get out of the mold in order to heal. And the longer that you put it off, the more damage the mold does to your entire body, whether you can feel it or not. When to choose remediation, moldy homes can be fixed. 1, you love your home. Maybe it's your dream home or a family home. Or 2, you or your remediator must have the certification or expertise to properly address the mold and mycotoxins at a level of detail that will allow you to heal. When to choose to move. 1, you don't have the time, money, energy, or expertise to fix your moldy home. Or 2, you have help from a certified mold inspector to test a new home and make sure that it will work for you. It can be alarming, sad, and overwhelming to think about moving or remediating at first. But one thing is for certain, your health is worth it. When looking for a mold remediation company, be sure to look at certifications. If they don't list them on their website, then they probably don't have the certifications you need. More companies are beginning to do this type of remediation, but you may have to ask one to travel from a neighboring state. Take the time to interview at least 3 mold removal professionals to ensure that you choose a reputable one. Ask questions, and these questions should all be answered yes. 1. Do you, the mold remediation company, provide me with a written contract or change order? 2. Will you provide me with a remediation plan? 3. Will you provide me with a post-remediation report from retesting? A reputable company will test and make sure that the cleaning is done to the point needed. 4. Are you willing to provide me with referrals that I may contact and speak with? And 5. Do you carry insurance? The first thing that you need to do to prevent mold from coming back is to decide that you are going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. You must be faithful to do these things. Keep dry. To prevent mold growth, you must keep the moisture level down. There will always be mold spores and fragments in your home. If they don't have enough moisture, they will not grow, and this is key. Maintain proper ventilation. If you find a leak, repair and dry it quickly. Use a dehumidifier if necessary to keep your moisture level around 40%. Keep it simple. Run a quality air purifier that filters down to 0.3 microns, small enough to catch mold spores. Do maintenance surface cleaning using a good old soap and water. Dry your surfaces afterwards. Avoid using bleach, which actually promotes mold growth. And use a quality HEPA vacuum that catches those 0.3 micron particles. When you or someone in your household has mold illness, you must take the proper steps to clean your home and keep it dry so that you can begin your path to healing your body. This can feel overwhelming or even devastating at first, but your house is not truly your home if you are not able to feel present. If you want help healing your body from mold illness and regaining your strength and energy, I put a link in the description of this video, and that would be a free consultation to see if we can work together. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. Bye.